Hello everyone, Andrew again, Fixology. So last time I did the A12 screen replacement, I did it with the frame. I know I talked about how you can get them to be a little cheaper, is if you get them without the little frame. When I say frame, I mean the plastic backing here. So I'm going to show you guys real quick how to get to the point where you can replace just the screen portion and keep the plastic piece. To get to this point though, I would recommend watching my last video just so you can get to this point. Up to this point though, all you need to do is just put it on a heating pad, which I've had mine on for probably a few minutes right now. So pretty much all you need to do is we just need to separate it. In this case, since the screen is completely shot, I don't have to worry about damaging it more because it can't get any worse. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to start tearing into it. There's not really much of a rhyme or reason to how to get into it or preference. You're just going to want to get your accessible tool in here, start getting some separation going, and we're going to be using guitar picks, maybe a scraper, mostly the accessible tool, and some isopropylene alcohol, because there's really nothing under here that can damage anything. But I still try to take it off as nice as possible. Obviously, the nicer it is, the less amount of glass and any sort of broken thing comes off with it. Which, as you can see, a little bit of alcohol goes a long way. All we're going to do is just work our way down. We get caught, take something in with a little finer of an edge to get it going again. Work our way down. I would recommend doing this with thinner guitar picks. I don't have any of the thin ones right now, just because obviously you can tick into it a lot. You can dig into it a little better with the thinner stuff. But I guess the upside to the thicker ones is that they don't snap off nearly as often, so I can always base it off of that. Alright, so I'm stuck on that side, so I'm going to start going towards the other. And I am new to this, so I don't know if my last video was, I mean, I watched it, but, you know, I'm not a critic or anything like that. I did manage to fix the uploading problem where it seemed to upload at a really weird resolution. Well, at least I thought it looked weird. I don't know if anybody else did. So I guess it was a setting on my phone, but I don't ever record videos or anything like that. I'm not really big on, you know, like the photos or TikTok or, I don't know, it's just not me. Yeah, it's always where they're really broken. That's the biggest pain. If I ever get an iPad in, I can especially show you guys that in a bigger scale. But if it's completely shot anyways, you're not trying to save it. You're just trying to save the frame so you can reuse it. There's really nothing you can damage at this point. There we go, see the screen. The glass is actually starting to separate from the LCD, which is totally normal. Put a little alcohol in here. Eats away at the adhesive. And then I will get another guitar pick. And then maybe I'm at the point where I can then start just sliding right down the edges. Oh. Hello? There you are. Come here, you. You can wear gloves if you want. I've done it so long that if I get a glass splinter or whatever, it's not the end of the world for me. Alright. And these only have the adhesive on the side, so once you break them off, you're good. But then what you're going to do is you're going to open it up from the bottom here and see those flexes. They come through some holes that are in the frame. So when you're doing the screen replacement, I apologize, you're going to have these two here, which they only line up one way anyway, so you can't really mess it up. But pretty simple, real fast, real easy. That took me all of like 5-6 minutes, something like that. So this would be the old one, which if it is in good condition, sometimes the places that you buy your screens from will buy back the old ones for a few bucks because they can just reuse the actual picture portion, the LCD. But if the LCD is completely shot, then really nothing you do. So that's why I was willing to try this, because I'm not going to get any money back for this guy, so I really don't care if it broke worse or anything like that. I'd rather make you guys learn something good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to prep this for the new screen, which I unfortunately don't have any in, so I can't show it to you, but I will mock it up with the old one just so you have, you know, a base of what you're going to do. So check for any sort of chunks. We got some up here, so this is where I'm going to get my nice handy dandy scraper. This is just a Weehaw one. I like it. Got these X-Acto 18 blades on them, which they're super sharp, so you got to be careful. You don't want to actually take away at the frame at all. Just gonna go on the edge. If you got a little nick in the corner, you know, you can use that opportunity to maybe just take some small pliers or something like that, just nick them back out. I mean, if you're really good with the Dremel, you can obviously try it that way too. But this is gonna get off all the extra adhesive, any of the gunk. And if it's being a real big pain in the butt, all you do is take a little adhesive and stick it on there. Sorry, you take a little alcohol and stick it on there, not a little adhesive. That'd be counterintuitive, would it not? Yeah, me not good at English, so I have my days, don't we all? These stupid plastic corners are always super fun to try and get stuff out of. There we go. Normally I have a paper towel with me to wipe off the excess, but I currently don't have any near me, so... There we go. Then just take a brush to knock off the excess. Blow it out, or a little bit of air, just to clean off that speaker there. Sorry if some of it goes out of focus. Like I said, I'm doing this on my phone. I don't have a dedicated camera yet because I don't know if this is gonna take off at all for me. Just trying it out, just showing people how to get stuff done. And then yeah, so what you would do at this point is, obviously we would clean up our area, so I'm just gonna do that real quick. Or if you have one of those small electronic vacuums or something like that, that'd probably be super useful right now. And garbage bucket. Okay, so what we would do in this case is the screens will sometimes come with adhesive on the sides, or sometimes they won't. So if they do come separate, what you would first do is put down the adhesive on the frame. Well, I like to do the frame. If you're good, you can put it on the edge here, but you can see when they aren't cracked and broken. Sorry, I guess I'm a little jittery. When they aren't cracked and broken, you don't have a lot of play on this. You have a little more on this, and then you do have a guiding sort of edge, so it makes it a little bit easier. But what you would do is, once you get that all lined up, you would first guide these flexes through, which you can rest that right there. Pull these guys all the way through. That guy's poking right through, so that's perfect. And then you would just line up the bottoms here, because it'll make it sort of flush when you boil it in, and then all you would do is move your way all the way up, keeping nice pressure across. And then once you get it in all the way, then you would need to apply some pressure to it to hold it in place, which can be done with as simple as, like, if you got like a little rubber mat you put on top of it, maybe something like this, and take something like this, you can put it on top, then put the weight so it doesn't damage it. Or they make these little pressure pad things. Here, let me grab a couple so you can see. well, I guess not really pressure pads, but they're little clamps, miniature clamps you can put on. So since there's really, just put it in areas where there's no heavy components, you could always take them and then apply pressure into each corner, like so. Obviously, I'm only doing it with 2, so, but you could apply pressure like that, and then that would hold it in place as well, and let that sit for like, I don't know, 5-10 minutes. And then once you're done, you would take off the clamp or your weight that you have, and then you would put all the components back in that you took out. So the motherboard, the sister board, your battery, all that fun stuff. And then snap the back on, which that can all be found in my other video. I will try and do that whole taggy thing in a corner. Again, like I said, I'm brand new to this stuff, so I have no idea how to do that. If it shows up there, great. If it doesn't, it's at least on the channel, so just click the channel. It should be the only other video right now. Hopefully this goes somewhere a little bit farther. Otherwise, that is all I got today. So I'll keep the channel updated as much as I can. I'm not going to be doing obviously daily content at this point. I just don't have the amount of repairs yet. But if I might consider just buying some broken stuff online and seeing if I can fix it. Maybe I'll try doing that and seeing if anybody likes that kind of stuff. Otherwise, you guys have a great day. Bye.